こんにちは、チャートマスターの根崎ゆきです。8月16日のセッションリキャップ、スコットのウェブセミナーを取っていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。それでは始めていきましょ
う。Alright, session recap for the 15th of August. We're going to start over here on the Euro. Alright, and up to the 240-minute chart, and we can see where the opportunity is here. Alright, so we've got potential head and shoulders already in place here. And we're looking for this area right down here, about 60 pips here. They made an effort to get in there. They were not successful this morning, so we'll look for it later. They have a bear flag. They broke and took it down here, and now they're coming back up. They're going to square up in here. Once they get this squared up, we'll look for this opportunity right here to the downside. Square up, and then look for a break up 32.59 down to 31.83.
ユーロドルですね。ユーロドルはヘッド&ショルダーの形になっていて、ベアフラッグを待っていますと。なので、ベアフラッグをブレイクフック&ゴーしたら売っていきたいですねということを言っていました。続いて、ポンドドル見ていきたいと思います。
Bridge pound we're waiting for it to tell us what it is. Right now, it's a break and a hook, and it might be a go to the upside. All right, see, we have a break and a hook, but we could get a go to the upside. All right, what we really would like to see them do is come down into here so we can get that trade and that trade right there. So I don't know what they're going to do. If they break up, if we get a break hook and go, we're going up to 56.
ポンドドルは今トレンドラインをブレイクフックしてるんですよね。なのでこのままGOということで上のターゲットいくかもしれませんし、もしかしたら戻ってきてこの間取ることになるかもしれません。まだどっちか分かりませんということですね。
43 is the first target. The second target is 56.83. Right? If they break down, we're going to have to take the single line trend line out here, and then we're going to have to be below 5,500 before you can trade it. At 5,500, you're looking for a target of 54.27. So, yeah, about 70 pips right there. And maybe you'll get the second one, which is below 5,400. Dollar CAD stuck in a wedge. Walk away from it.
ドルカナダですね。ドルカナダはもうウェッジの中にあるので、これはもうやるのはやめましょうということですね。続いてドルフランいきたいと思います。
Let's see, we had a pullback. We did square up, as you can see. We're now in position if they want to finish this trade off. They did not take this target out here. All right, now we have a big problem here, and then we could go up one more time and go to here, and then we would have a head and shoulders. All right, there's enough room to trade the shoulder here, but be careful at the top because if it is a head and shoulders, it's going to scream back down the downside here. All right, so be careful of that. It's going to depend on what they do with the dollar. If they buy dollars today, later on today, then we'll start seeing the Swissy go up. If they continue to sell dollars, then the Swissy will continue to go to the downside.
ドルフランですね。ドルフランはヘッド&ショルダーになる可能性が出てきていますと。なので上がってきたら気をつけなくちゃいけませんということですね。で、ヘッド&ショルダーだったら下がってきますよねということを言っていました。
I'm only interested in the buy, square up down. I'm interested in that big wide open space there. So, but I'm going to be careful with the head and shoulders. That head and shoulders would be about 93.75 area, and we're at 93.42. It's only about 35 pips, and that's it. All right, there's 50 pips up to the top, but there's only about 35 pips to the right shoulder. All right, so a bounce, I'm interested. No bounce, I'm walking away from it. Dollar yen, same thing here. They sold dollars today, so they got the chance to square up candles, which is what they did. All right, now, where are we going from here? All right, well, we now have this trade again, and still this possibility here to the upside. All right, what if they keep selling dollars? Well, then the day chart trend, which is this one right here, will be in effect. And if we break this bottom, we look for consolidation down here. We're probably coming down to this pink line right here.
ドル円ですね。これ60分チャートです。今ここ跳ね返ってきたら1つ目、2つ目っていう風にデイチャートのトレンドまで行きたいと思います。買っていきたいと思います。で、この安値ブレイクしてくるようだったら、このデイチャートのターゲットですよね。ここまで下がってくる可能性が出てきていますと。
I have to redo the charts at that point, but we're probably coming down to 96.71 if they continue to sell dollars. All right. All right. Let's see. Next one, Aussie dollar. Aussie, we know what we're doing here. Right? We're very close to getting stopped out, folks. Now, if we get stopped out, it's okay. Right? Nobody freaks out because it's a trade that's not going to work. Right? We want to be stopped out. We don't want to try to live through this if they decide to square it up all the way up to here. Right? So 91.05 right now. 91.07 is the stop. So we don't want to do that. Right? There's a real possibility of them squaring it up all the way here, which is another 30 pip, 40 pips up here.
OG ドルですね、今エントリーしてて、もうストップにかかってしまいそうですということですね。まあでもストップっていうのは必要で、このスクエアアップキャンドルまであと何ピップ、何十ピップっていうストップにかかるよりも、今切っちゃった方がやっぱりいいですよねと。なので、そうやって今のところにストップを入れていますと。
So take the stop, take the hit. Now, if it turns and comes to the downside, take it off at 66. It's the wrong, it's not going to go. Tried to go, didn't go. They ran out of sellers. What do they got to do? Go find sellers. Where are the sellers? Up in here. All right, so that's it. All right, Euro Yen. Euro Yen is got a break and a hook right now. We may have just had the turnaround right here. All right, they didn't square it up, but they got pretty close here. Got pretty dang close. And the high was 129.89 right up in here. They needed to get up to 129.95. So they missed it by 6 pips. So they may have already said, okay, we squared it up. They missed it by 6 pips. They may be willing to just take a 6-pip loss on all those. And if it starts down, which you can see it's trying, we might have a trade. The other thing you got to worry about here is this. They can come down and then pop it up here for an ABC. Right? So they can come down here, find some more buyers to do the C, and get it all the way up to here. So I won't take this first trade down. I'll wait and see. If it pulls back up, I'm going to look for the trade up here. And then on the break, if they do that, then we will have a pull.
ユーロ円ですね。今このスクエアップキャンドルをスクエアップされるのを待っていて、ABC ということでここまでスクエアップされてきて、ベアフラッグになってブレイクしたら売っていきたいよねということですね。
Bear flag, and then the break of the bear flag tonight, we'll look for that trade to the downside in the Asian. Right? Don't forget tonight is Asian square up. Tonight is the Asian square up. London is the London square up. So be careful of that. Right? So I am interested in that a lot. The EJ is my currency. And, I'm very interested in it. If they pull it back up, square it up, I'll be interested in this stuff. The target is all the way down here, 129.05, right in here. Or 129.01, maybe as low as 98. Okay? We got to move our stop at each fib and each barrier. That's where you move the stop. All right, Euro Yen. Euro Yen has squared up, as you can see. They have squared up, so now I'm in pound yen. We're in a position to go ahead and take it to the top if we want to. However, we just took out the top, the day chart top up here, and they reacted off of that. You know the EJ is trying to go to the downside. Right? So if that's the case, then let's take this off right there. If that's the case, then this is still inside a little channel here, as you can see. There's all the channel. Still inside a little channel, so it's a break of that channel will give us proof that it is actually going to the downside. So that looks like a head fake to go to the downside. So we've got this much left in, because if it comes down here, this is still a bounce point. We don't trade it here because I can still bounce it right back up. But a break, hook, and go here. We'll look for the trade initially down to here, and then this big area down here.
ポンド円ですね、60分です。これ一回跳ね返ってきての戻りで買うか、ブレイクして、フックして、まずここのサポート、その下のターゲットっていうふうにどっちかを取っていきたいですねと。
Well, break to the downside, we'll need to be about 151.70 and trade it down to 151.22 is the first trade. Small area, so we use small lots there, and then we do. There is no class tonight, no Robert. We don't ever have a class on Thursday that I know of. Break of the 151, we're going to be in this big area here. We're going to trade it down to 150.01, 100 pips right there.
で、ここの間っていうのは151円から150円っていうこのスペース、100ピップのスペース取っていきたいですよねと。
If you need to know what's going on, you go and check out the calendar. That tells you what's happening. Next week, though, we will not have Endeavor class. We will not have Beginners class next Monday because we will be in another fast track group. So it's going to be another week before we start them over again. All right, Aussie Yen. We're leery of this. This could be just a correction to bounce it back up and continue up in here. So if we get the bounce, which would be really nice, we'll have this trade again, and then above it is this trade right here to get the bounce. Right? If we get a breakout here, we're going to need to be below here, and if we get a breakout here, the trade is all the way to the double bottom because all these targets have been taken out, like these HSIs for the upside. So until that happens, I'm still a buyer. But if it breaks, I'm looking to go all the way down to a double bottom. Now,
OG 円ですね、これは240分チャートです。跳ね返ってきたら1つ目、2つ目で買いたいですし、このボトム割ってきたら、もう一番下のダブルボトムまで見ていきたいですね、売っていきたいですねところで言ってます。
down there 86.50 or 86.40. So a break of the 88.70 down to 86.40, 130 pips there. Alright, Euro Yen went to target to the pip, as you can see, bam, done, over. Nice trade for all of you who made that trade. We look for this trade every week. We look for the Euro Pound Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And once she starts going, she just keeps churning up the hill, down the hill. So, nice trade for all of you who stayed in. Went exactly to the target, which was the day chart bottom, 85.05. Bam, down to it. Trade's over.
ユーロボンドですね、昨日からのトレード、月火水と見ていたのが、やっと、ターゲットにヒットしましたと。で、トレードは終わったので、一回休みましょうということですね。続いて、ユーロ王子いきたいと思います。
Nice work. Alright, look for the bounce on the Euro Aussie to the upside. As you can see, it's pretty clear. We have to get above this 4,600 right here. If we get above 4,600, we've got this trade right here, and then we've got a big trade here, here, moving our stop here. And we'll have to get a roadmap in here, and obviously right here, and here. Hopefully we'll get up to the R5. So don't miss that trade if it happens. Just like I said yesterday, don't miss the pound Aussie if it happens. Well, those who got it made a ton of pips.
ユーロ王子ですね、これ跳ね返ってきているので、これ抜けてきたら1つ目、2つ目っていう風に取っていきたいですね。HSI の1、2、3から4、4から5ですね。
So those who took it did well. Your CAD looking for the same thing, but it's basically been going sideways for 2 days. I'd stay out of the Euro CAD, but you can see where the opportunity is. If it decides that, okay, well, let's go ahead and move it tonight, then we're looking at it up here. But see, it's got a CAD in it. That's why it's going slow. Real slow because of that. But there's the opportunity right there, about 37.30 roughly, going up to 38.17. If she decides to go, you can see she moves it, and she moves it well inside this wide open space. Runs it, runs it, runs it, runs it, runs it. So if we can get it going, it'll run it. So be aware of that. Alright, CAD yen. Sideways movement. Up here in the 240 tells us we're going to keep going to the top of the trend wall.
ユーロカナダは特になくて、次カナダ円ですね。今トレンドウォール、トレンド円当たっていますと。
Alright, so there's nothing for us to do here right now. We're probably going to do a pull up to here. Pull up to here. We want to trade to the downside here. Now keep looking.
次やるとしたら、この今、レクタングルなので、ポールっていう形で、上に抜けてきたら買っていきたいよねってことですね。
Look at this because that's a day chart trend, and this is a 240 trend. So let me just take a second and look at it here. I actually may want to trade this to the upside. Hold on, let me take a big draw. Got big fib on. Yeah. Obviously they're using it. Alright, so let me take this off here. I'm on 240. God. Can't prove the hard line there. Got nothing to stick it on here. So, yeah, I'm not liking this that well. Alright, well that does prove the heart line. So it's a very shallow, not a very deep trend here, but it is. Okay, we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 100 pips to the upside. So yeah, I would trade this up to there, up to 96. Alright, so a break of 95.34. They're gonna have to take this out because that's still a place to shoot it to the downside, and we're not sure if this is just a retracement to go down. So they got to prove that they're not doing that, but they're proving the rectangle right now. So if we break above 95.34, we're going to go up to 96.18, but I would target 96 even number.
ちょうど今、カナダ円なんですけど、240分ですが、これ難しいですねと、チャンネルがよくわからないです。まだこの、今のところ一応これなんですけど、ちょっと微妙ですねと。でも下にブレイクしてきたら、それがリトレースかダウントレンドになるのか、まだよくわからないですと。なので、上に抜けてきたらここまで買うんですけど、ちょっとカナダ円難しいですねっていうことですね。
So, you know, there's going to be 60, 70 pips in there, folks. So, yeah, let's go with it. New Zealand yen, come all the way down after making all these targets last night. It was a great trade for us last night. We're now squared up this candle. We're now in position to go to the upside. All right. So we're looking for this very same trade that we had last night right there. All right. So bounce here at 78.70. We're looking to go back up to 79.32.
続いて9円ですね。これ跳ね返ってきたらこのダブルトップまで買っていきたいねと。
Nice little opportunity there. Pound New Zealand, how they stopped out. Yeah, that's what I told you. So yeah, let it go. Live with your stop. Right? It's a trade that's not going to work. Right? It's a trade that's not going to work. So can't win them all, folks. Next, we've got a breakout and a hook. I don't know whether it's going to hook back in the trend or be a go. If it is a break, hook, and go, we're looking at coming at least down to here right away, and that's about all she'd probably do. So if you get a go to the downside, right about where we are right now, later on, 93.60, we're looking for 92.40. All right, so that's 120 pips down there. Okay. We'll enter.
ポンドキウイですね。ポンドキウイは今狙ってるのはこのスペースです。跳ね返ってきてダブルボトムまでの売りですね。
When we get our trade set up at the right time of day. So we can't trade it till this afternoon around 4 o'clock, Jonathan. That would be when the Sydney market opens. 5 o'clock Eastern time. Sydney will open, and that's when you're looking for it. And you look for a RF1010 to the downside at this stage in your career. All right, so there we go. All right. Yeah. Out of the trend wall here on this XAG, took our target out. We need a pullback at this point in time. But as you can see, there's a big opportunity up here. So tomorrow we'll be looking for this. And don't forget, on Friday, Square Up Day, money flows into gold and silver. Why does it flow into gold and silver? Because anything that happens bad over the weekend will be good for gold and silver. So we'll probably see this trade tomorrow, maybe tonight in the London session. We pop it up to the day chart and see where we're at here. Let's move it. Yeah, I can move this out now. If I don't move this out here, that helps a little bit. There we go. So we got this opportunity right up in here. So we'll definitely want to be taking it above 22.10 or so, 22.10 up to 22.85. That's about 60 pips a day, so we can easily make that move. So watch for that.
銀ですね、XAG です。これは今もう戻ってきて、もしくは横ばいになってきたら、この次のターゲットまで、HSI まで買っていきたいよねってことですね。
For those of you across the pond. So they're doing dollars, still selling dollars, and they come close to squaring up this candle now. So remember, they could bounce it here and everything will go the other way. Pound Chief has still got some room up here, folks. All right, so it's giving us a little pullback, squaring up this candle. If we get a bounce on here, square the candle up and up. We're looking for this target up here. This target's already taken out, so we dash it. And all those targets down there, I just haven't dashed it. That's 60 pips up in here. We're 45, 45, above 45, 45 would be good. Now, if it pulls back even further, like down in here, and then pops up, you're going to have to be careful because this could be a head and shoulders right there. So if it comes down in here, it squares up that low and then bounces, there's room to make the trade to do the right shoulder, but be careful when you get near this top right here.
ポンドフランですね。ポンドフランは今跳ね返ってきたら買っていきたいんですけども、ヘッダウンショルダーに気をつけなくちゃいけませんと。大きく下がってきて、また上がってきて、下がるようだったらヘッダウンショルダーですね。それまでこの、跳ね返りで買うっていうのを見ておきたいですけども、深く下がってきたら、深くリトレースしてきたら、ヘッドのショルダーに気をつけなくちゃいけませんと。
And if it negates that, then you want to double your position for that trade right there. All right, now Nazi, why XAG for those across the pond? Because people in the United States, we used to trade it. We traded it 2 years ago and made more money than we knew what to do with. And then our illustrious government, Dodd-Frank, made a rule that says U.S. traders can no longer trade gold and silver with leverage. You can trade it with 1-to-1, but it's not worth it. Right? You own a whole piece of silver for $35 for a lot, so it's not worth it anymore. But it is for people across the pond can still trade it with leverage. And they have 100 to 400 ratios over there. All right, so pound Aussie, we've got a little pullback here, nothing to worry about here. We're looking for it to bounce and go up to this target right up in here. We got an entry order in at 58. So the entry order is in at 58. Make a note of that right there. 8. PO is on, and we're looking for this top at 72.35.
ポンド時ですね。エントリーオーダーを入れていて、買いで上のターゲットまで見ていますと。
Finally, Euro New Zealand, good trade for a lot of you. Those of you who made that trade did really well on the down move today. All right, we're coming back up to the top here. We're up here. So we're looking for it to sell off again. All right, so let's pull this down to the up to the 240. Take a look at it up here. You can see we have a breakout, pretty significant breakout. So this uptrend, the day chart trend is gone now, and we're firmly in a downtrend. Here's the problem. This bottom right here. That is one hard bottom. Look at that. So you can see they could break it down to here. They could. They've been here before. So if we get a breakdown up here, down here, we'll look for it. Down here.
ユーロキウイですね。今ここすごく強いボトムなので、これを抜けてくるか跳ね返ってくるかですね。抜けてきたら下に売りたいですということですね。
Below here. And we have not squared this candle up, so we're looking for a square up here. Get that around. And if you get a square up there and it turns to the downside, you want to trade it to the double bottom again. Right? So let me take this up to the daily chart again. We're trading a big box here. So we're trading the box. Alright, so by rights, this should finish this off and bounce to the upside. This should go to the upside. So should it do that, take out this top here, you want to be in this trade right up in here. Alright? When trade in a box, big square box, this is what they do. Trade it to the top of the box, trade it to the bottom of the box, trade it to the top of the box, trade it to the bottom of the box, trade it to the top of the box, and they'll do that as long as they can because there is no trend. But then all traders know how to range trade, all professionals know how to do that's called range trading. A lot of space between those fibs right there, so it's a good opportunity. I don't have an HSI on here yet at all. We'll wait and see what she does. Alright, so any more questions and we'll be done here. Yeah, Dodd-Frank was a bad deal. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly right, Steve. Okay. Scott, would you show? Alright, tomorrow's square up day. Don't forget that. We also have a 10 o'clock in Michigan preliminary consumer seminar. Alright, now when I close this down, everybody's going. So just let you know that. And it's Options Friday. All right. So, see all of you later. Have a great day.
はい、というわけで今日のセッションリキャップここまでです。今週もこれでおしまいなんですけど、また火曜日から撮っていきたいと思います。それではどうもありがとうございました。失礼します。